If you are currently the first owner of an EC bought directly from the developer during launch, you'll already be sitting on a substantial amount of capital gains. The question that you might be pondering now is, when is the best time to sell your EC? Is it at the 5 years MOP mark, or wait for the 10 years mark when you become fully privatized? And after selling, what's next? Hi, my name is Corraine, and today we'll be diving deep into the stats and figures of ECs and whether selling on the 5-year mark or 10-year mark will yield the highest profits for you. A brief introduction about executive condominiums. They are a hybrid of private and public housing, first introduced in 1997 with the intention to cater to the middle-income Singaporeans. They come with a subsidized price tag and many even enjoy additional housing grants. However, the catch is that not everyone is eligible, as buyers of ECs are subjected to HDB rulings at the point of purchase. There are two key important milestones for an EC. Firstly, it's at the 5-year mark where it will attain its MOP status and become semi-privatized. This allows the owners to be able to sell it in the resale market, but only to the locals and PRs. Once the EC reaches its 10-year mark, it will become fully privatized, and this means that the owners are able to sell it to anyone, including foreigners and entities. Hence, comes the question at the beginning of this video. Should I sell my EC after MOP on the 5th year, or wait until the 10-year period to sell to foreigners for maximum gains? Let's take a look at the breakdowns of different ECs projects completed in different time periods. This is the price trend of North Oaks EC located at Woodlands. Ethiopia in year 2000 and attained its MOP or semi-privatized status in 2005 and become fully privatized in 2010. The first surge in price came immediately after MOP as there was an increase in demand from PRs. There is a second price surge when it reaches the 10-year mark. The price increase is a whopping 50% as there is now a new group of demand, which is the foreigners. Next, this is a price trend of another EC, Eden at Tampines. Ethiopia in year 2003 and attained its MOP or semi-privatized status in 2008 and become fully privatized in 2013. As you can see, the first surge also came immediately after MOP and the second surge came after the 10-year mark. Similarly, the same trend pattern is also observed in the Florida, which is located in Hougang. Ethiopia in year 2000 and attained its MOP or semi-privatized status in 2005, where the first price surge happened, and become fully privatized in 2010 for the second price surge. So, why is this trend not seen in current newer ECs? This is because from 2011, the Singapore government introduced a series of cooling measures which subjects the foreigners to additional buyer's stamp duty for buying any residential property in Singapore. It started with 10% in 2011, increased to 15% in 2013, a further increment to 20% in 2018, and during 2021, this percentage was further increased to 30%. This means that for a property priced at $1.3 million, on top of the 25% down payment and buyer's stamp duty, foreign buyers will need to come up with an additional $390,000 for their additional buyer's stamp duty. It will definitely affect their buying ability and limit the level of return on investment for their property, yet also faces the risk of entering into stagnation. As such, it might make more sense for the middle-income foreigners to rent instead. Those with the ability to afford the hefty additional buyer's stamp duty will most likely stick to luxury properties closer to town. As a result, ECs that are fully privatized in 2011 or later are less likely to experience the second price surge. Quintet EC, located at Choa Chu Kang, is one of such examples. Ethiopia in year 2006 attained its MOP or semi-privatized status in 2011 and became fully privatized in 2016. There was a price surge upon MOP in 2011. However, prices have been rather stagnant in the past years and no second price surge after it became fully privatized. The buyer profiles are made up of mostly locals and PRs with only less than 1% who are foreigners. The same can be said for La Casa, located at Woodlands, which TOP in 2008, attained its MOP in 2013 and became fully privatized in 2018. The price surged upon MOP but remained stable before hitting the 10-year mark. It is therefore safe to conclude that the best time to sell your EC is during the 1 to 2 year mark upon MOP. If you are still holding on to your EC and wish to wait for another round of growth during the 10-year mark, chances are pretty slim. In fact, it will be more dependent on the market sentiment at the time of sale, but the growth will not be as much compared to the initial surge during MOP. The next question would be, What's next after I sell my property? Well, there are quite a number of strategies you can employ for your next move. As ECs tend to be further away from the town centre and in the heartlands, many younger couples prefer to upgrade to a bigger unit or a better location, closer to MRT transportation hub or other mega infrastructures for better amenities. Second, older couples who might have difficulties securing a good loan amount may instead choose to cash out their profits and move into a HDB unit. This will help them unlock their funds to channel into other asset classes such as bond, equities, or ETFs. Third, couples who are financially more well-to-do may also choose to encash their profits and diversify into two properties, one being used for own stay, while the other purely as investment property for rental income and capital appreciation. Alternatively, you can choose to decouple or do a part purchase. This is similar to the point above, but instead of buying two properties, one of the owners will buy over the whole share of the property from the other co-owner. In doing so, this will free up one party's name to purchase another property directly without having to pay the hefty additional buyer's stamp duty. In general, there is no one-size-fits-all solution as it is dependent on the current macro and micro market sentiments, your individual finances, family planning, age, objectives, needs, and wants. It must be a clear, well-thought-out, planned process with your priorities being taken care of. Feel free to contact me, Corraine, at 88-826-826, and I'll be glad to help you customize your own plan. If you enjoyed this video and you want to know more, hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye!